You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, we've got a new leak about Ryan Pavey's return as Nathan West, and it ties into this shady business going on with twisted science in a Port Charles lab. Rumor has it that Lulu Spencer is the one to find Nathan, and it's really awful. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to talk about what puts Lulu and Nathan on a collision course and into each other's paths, and how it all ties back to what is happening with Britt, Pascal, and those messed up cold fusion experiments that Dalton is doing. And hey, please click subscribe if you haven't already. So real quick, our leaker has a good track record. I will say they are not 100% accurate. That's why I always make it clear these are leaks and rumors, not confirmed spoilers. Sometimes they find out stuff that's going on in the writing room. Sometimes they find out stuff that is shot, but their source doesn't always see everything. So just be clear, not a spoiler. Still very interesting stuff. So the source gave out this juicy tidbit about Nathan West's return that I am excited about. And the leak does align to known spoilers. So I feel good about this leak. So you know Professor Hank Dalton, the guy doing twisted experiments on mammals like dogs and monkeys and other creatures. And that's the guy Emma's trying to take down. So the source says Nathan is being held at a lab in Port Charles and is one of Dalton's human guinea pigs that are being experimented on. And if you recall, Emma said Dalton does tests using higher animals, and that definitely includes humans. So him doing the animals is why Emma wants to stop Dalton and take him down. I don't think she actually knows people are involved. But if you remember when Pascal was holding Joss and Vaughn hostage in Croatia, instead of killing them, Pascal was going to use them as test subjects for some kind of radiation or radioactivity experiment, if I remember the words correctly. So this leak about Nathan definitely tracks, and it would explain that he has been captive the last 7 years against his will, is what it looks like. I wonder if Dalton has had Nathan the whole time that he was presumed dead, or if the mystery boss maybe handed him over to him at some point. The leaker says there's an accident, sounds like in this mystery lab, and that Nathan escapes and Lulu finds him. What I also think is interesting about this is, remember when she escaped from that care facility to get away from Cyrus and Cody found her. So kind of playing it forward, she's going to help somebody who's escaping. We know from official General Hospital spoilers that Ryan Pavey's return air date is this Friday. So General Hospital spoilers for Friday say that Lulu helps an accident victim. So this is all lining up beautifully. It fits the spoilers, and it's very fitting that Lulu finds Nathan, seeing as he was Maxie's soulmate, and that is Lulu's best friend. With Maxie currently in a coma while Kirsten Storms is out on short-term leave, you know, Lulu is the next best choice to find Nathan, since obviously Maxie can't. It's going to be wild when Lulu sees that Nathan is alive and in serious trouble, especially because Lulu was just stunned to find out that Britt is also alive. So one after the other cannot be a coincidence, and Lulu's jaw is going to drop again. All of Port Charles is about to be wrecked over this. There's also the question, though, of whether Nathan knows who he is, if he remembers his old life, if he remembers Maxie, or if being experimented on has messed up with his mind or his memories, if resurrecting him did something bad to him, something very soapy, you know. If Nathan is in his right mind, obviously he'll see Lulu and then immediately ask about Maxie. And at some point, Lulu's going to have to tell Nathan that Maxie had a heart attack and fell into a coma. And of course, Nathan's going to be devastated because no one is sure if Maxie's ever going to wake up. Talk about very awkward timing for Nathan's return. Of course, we know Maxie will wake up. Kirsten Storms is supposed to be back, but not until early 2026. Clearly, Nathan's going to be crushed about Maxie and worried. So when Lulu finds Nathan, you know, I don't know what state he's going to be in, but if he's been tested on for a while, the subject of some kind of sick experiments, things could be very bad. So I'm sure Lulu is going to get medical attention for Nathan and let Liesl Obrecht know that her son Nathan is also alive. This is 2 miracles for Liesl in the past week. Britt's returned stunned poor Liesl, and she's still reeling, and now her son Nathan is about to be back. I mean, honestly, Liesl may faint again. Of course, this is wonderful news. Both of her kids are alive, and unlike Britt, I don't think Nathan was involved in staging or faking his death. But it does seem like he's been held captive all this time. I suspect his dad, Cesar Faison, played a role in this, or at least he did for part of the time, because he found out after he shot Nathan that that was his son. So he could have been involved early on, and then, we still don't know who the mystery boss is. On the plus side, obviously Liesl's not going to be upset with Nathan like she is with Britt. Very different situation. Once the dust settles, I think Britt and Liesl are going to get back their loving relationship they had before her fake death. And I think Nathan's resurrection is going to repair the rift between his mom, Liesl, and his sister, Britt. And of course, Nathan will want his family together, which includes Nina, who he was raised thinking was his sister, but she's really his cousin. Also, there are some rumors that Faison may also be alive, and Anders Hove may be coming back to GH, completely unconfirmed. But there is talk that he might be Colette's real boss because she worked for Faison before. So Nathan and Britt's dad, Cesar, may be the he that Pascal and Britt talked about. Obviously the family needs to be united front no matter what. On a plus note, little James gets to finally meet his dad, because if you don't recall, Nathan died before James was born when Maxie was still pregnant. That was when Nathan was shot by Cesar. So when Maxie wakes up from her coma, she's going to see Nathan's alive. He's bonded with James. Absolute miracle, of course. Not so great for Spinelli, because he's probably going to wind up dumped, because Maxie and Nathan are soulmates. He is back this week, and I just can't imagine when Maxie's back that she wouldn't choose him, presuming he's sticking around. I can totally see Nathan and Maxie getting another shot at love. Fans are thrilled to have them back together and to have Nathan back. And I do expect Lulu finding him could be the Friday cliffhanger moment. Just one last word about leaks. As I said before, not official spoilers. I say this because our leaker is reliable, but they said they thought Danny might be the one who finds Monica passed away, and that Danny would tell Jason and Tracy, but it worked out that Jason was the one that found Monica and told Tracy she was gone. So, Danny is going to have some part in this, but as I said, they're not always like 100% spot on. Still very interesting chatter, and I'm super excited to see Nathan back this week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.